Until now, the only way to get a premium automotive finish was by wet sanding the primer. The extra labor that wet sanding demands and the mess that always accompanies the process was just the price you had to pay to assure a quality job. Now, thanks to 3M innovation, there's a revolutionary dry sanding process that is faster, easier, cleaner, and produces a higher quality finish than wet sanding. You'll never wet sand another car once you try the Imperial Hook-It 2 Dry Primer Sanding System from 3M. The Hook-It 2 system is simplicity itself. In the time it takes to watch this presentation, a technician can be trained to use it effectively. Your savings in time and effort can begin immediately. This is the Hook-It 2 Painter's Pad. It mounts securely to the shaft of the dual-action sander. Strong and durable, it is still exceptionally flexible to help follow the contours of an automobile body. The Hook-It 2 Soft Interface Pad fastens directly to the disc pad and is softer, providing a cushion for the abrasive and even more responsiveness to curved surfaces. And finally, the 3M Imperial Hook-It 2 Sanding Discs, the heart of the Hook-It 2 sanding system. The unique 3M Hook-It 2 attachment process places the hooks on the back of the abrasive discs. This helps cushion the disc and resists lint and contaminants. This results in longer disc life and more reusability than PSA systems. The discs fasten quickly and securely to the sander and resist shifting or wrinkling during use. And the improved mineral abrasive gives you the exceptional performance you expect from the leader in abrasives technology. Each of these products is also available in a dust-free configuration to accommodate dust-free sanding systems. The key to the exceptional productivity of the 3M Imperial Hook-It 2 system is the 3M Dry Guide Coat. You simply turn the container upside down and rotate the applicator a couple times to load it evenly with the guide coat. The guide coat doesn't require masking and can be applied easily to the surface of the primer, refilling the applicator as often as necessary to cover the area you want to sand. The guide coat settles into the fine scratches and pinholes left by the previous coarser grade of sandpaper. As these minute scratches are removed, so is the guide coat. As you're sanding, the guide coat highlights even small imperfections. This lets you know immediately when you have to sand a bit deeper. When the guide coat is removed, so are the imperfections, and the sanding operation for that area is complete. The Imperial Hook-It 2 system is a big improvement over conventional dry sanding. What makes it so unique is the soft interface pad. The extra cushion and flexibility of this pad makes a remarkable difference in the performance of the dual-action sander. A conventional sander has to be held at approximately a 10-degree angle to give the technician the necessary control. But holding the sander at this angle creates uneven contours in the surface and produces a coarser finish. This angle also forces the sanding disc to flex slightly, which means you can only use a small percentage of the sandpaper, creating unnecessary waste. The soft interface pad helps absorb the sander's vibration and allows it to run flat on the surface with total control for smooth, even passes, using the entire surface of the sandpaper. The extra cushion and flexibility even allows you to sand contoured corners without cutting through the finish. When the sandpaper is used with a soft interface pad, not only is the surface more uniform, you will have speed and the productivity of 400 with a finish that is equivalent to a 500 grit paper. The result is a higher quality finish with a combination of speed and efficiency that gives you a big boost in productivity. Not only does the Imperial Hook-It 2 system revolutionize conventional dry sanding, just look at the advantages of the Imperial Hook-It 2 system compared to wet sanding, and think what that could mean for your operation. You have the speed and ease of a mechanical sander, instead of slow and laborious hand labor. The unavoidable mess from wet sanding is completely avoided. And if you want to take advantage of the dust-free option, you can improve your working environment even more. With the guide coat, You know instantly what the condition of the paint surface is and how much you have to sand, without stopping to dry the surface. Inspect it, and start over on any areas you missed. The Imperial Hook-It 2 system is more consistent. It takes experience and a good eye to wet sand properly. And it's easy for different technicians to have different ideas at different times about what's good enough. The Hook-It 2 system doesn't demand a highly trained eye. Simply following the guidebook will provide the same superior results car after car, month after month, from one shop to the next. Better and faster. And because time is money, that means more profitability for your operation. How much more? Our experience has shown that machine sanding the primer is much faster than hand sanding. Increased productivity means increased profit. Up to 4 times more profit on your primer sanding operations. A compelling reason to switch to the Imperial Hook-It 2 dry primer sanding system. And you can make that transition without taking a big risk. We have made every effort to make the system easy to use. There's virtually no learning curve, and you can start saving time and money immediately. With fewer variables, you're assured of consistently higher quality, even with less experienced technicians. That's up to 4 times the productivity, with less effort, less mess, and greater consistency. Labor is still the biggest component of automotive refinishing. This business is all about time. Isn't it about time that you switch to the new Imperial Hook-It 2 dry primer sanding system? Another product of 3M Innovation.